Hello, and welcome. My name is Nick, and once again, I'm back sitting across from Q out of quarantine, and we are here to save the universe. You doing all right today, sir?
Yes, I'll put it in the words of my friend Tom Woodall, what he said to me last night. He said, Q, I'm about to determine you're bulletproof.
I'm getting pretty close to having that same, yeah. I mean,
I took quite a bit this year.
You dodged a lot in 2020. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, you're limping.
I'm limping.
but you're still going.
That's right. Do you know Jacob limped?
He did.
So,
he did.
It's all right.
He did. Yeah, you'll be all right. Hey, I don't, I've always heard never trust a leader that doesn't walk with a limp.
Well,
yeah, so.
I got it now.
I guess you're about as trustworthy as they come these days. Yeah, I'm beginning, I don't know if I believe that anymore. We are joined by the beer-delicious wonder that is our producer, Jeff Rena. How are you, Jeff Rena?
I'm okay. How are you?
My face is too beer-delicious for you, babe. Can you sing that?
Do you refer to your butt as jelly anytime?
Yes.
Yeah.
I refer to my butt as not existent. I don't have one. I wish I had a butt. My butt's gone. I pretty much just go straight from my neck to my ankles now. Yeah. All day. If I could redistribute my gut backward some, I think that would be a really good thing for me to do.
Sure, there's a way to do it.
Yeah. Well, how's 2020 treating you these days?
Bad. I survived COVID.
You did.
So
you did. Had a pretty mild.
Super mild.
Yeah. So congratulations on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I rolled the dice the right way or what. We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know what
Nobody
causes
knows.
it to be bad for one person. And
yeah. That's what me and my wife were talking the other night. She goes, her brother has it right now, currently, and he's having really bad stomach issues. That's his major symptom. So my wife was going, well, at least I know that, since if it's genetic, then maybe that's all I'll have if I get it. And I went, if it's genetic,
who knows? I'm pretty sure me and Rena had about the same experience, except I'm just a lot tougher than him. So what put him down for like a week or so? It was like a day and a half for me.
Rena, you're welcome to reach across and hit him at any point you want to. I'll try to hold him, but I don't. Or kick him in the ankle. Just sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
It's my weak spot right now.
That's true.
Speaking of Rena, his wife made me soda bread.
Oh, is that what you've been eating?
Yes, it's olive and feta soda bread. It's really good.
Oh, sounds good.
Really good.
Yeah, thank you for offering me some. I appreciate that.
I don't want to waste it.
So I have determined now that 2020, and I either still haven't had COVID or I've had it at some point and was asymptomatic,
Why don't you
which is a possibility.
Why don't you go see if you have antibodies?
Well, they were saying the other day now that just because you don't have the particular antibodies they look for doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't. Because I did go get checked for antibodies several months ago, and they didn't have it, but. Now they're saying, I don't know, it's new all the time. Now they're saying just because you don't have those particular antibodies still doesn't mean you didn't have it, because your cells can still have a memory outside of those antibodies. So who knows? So
somebody was telling me, maybe you guys know this, somebody was telling me the vaccine, because, I don't know if y'all saw the first lady outside the test took the Pfizer vaccine today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? No, I did not see that.
9-year-old lady in England.
Oh, wow.
But somebody was telling me that these vaccines are more like, well, I'm going to say this. They didn't say this, but this is what it sounded like to me. They're more like a polio vaccine than a flu vaccine. The idea being that if everybody gets this vaccine, it'll kind of do away with the disease instead of like how the flu.
So you have to get it every year and all that stuff, yeah.
Is that, do you guys know if that, is that?
As far as what I've read, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's supposed to eradicate it, yeah.
That's good. And my brother said part of that's because there's only like 3 or 4 strands of COVID-19.
Yeah.
Where the flu, there's like tens of thousands.
Yeah, tens of thousands of strains of flu. Yeah, absolutely. So and they got, and a lot of people are freaked out because they're like, well, how did they get this vaccine this quickly? Well, we were fortunate in the fact that they had worked really, really hard on a SARS vaccine, and then SARS just kind of went away. And so basically they were able to build everything off of what they had already done with the SARS vaccine, because apparently SARS and COVID were pretty closely related.
Yeah,
So-
and it's honestly, I think, a simple formula for the like what it's doing to you biologically, a lot easier than flu, like
Yeah.
to figure out how to treat flu.
Yeah.
From what I've read.
Yeah.
Again, it's all over my head.
Yeah.
At this point, I would have loved to made it to the point to get the vaccine and never had to have COVID, because nobody knows what. I mean, we may grow a third arm next year. I mean, who knows? You know?
I don't know. Depends on where you grow it.
It's true.
Could come in handy.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
I could play golf while having a drink
but
at the same time.
I don't know. But yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
I feel like 2020. I said this has been trying to take me out.
Yeah.
Made it the final month. It's I had the dislocation, had DVT, had COVID now. Saturday on the way to work, some person tried to came into my lane on 431, like a complete swerve over where I'm had to lock my car down, and for them to miss me. And then last night I come home and I was like, kind of feeling a little like I need a shot of albuterol or my inhaler. And so I go to use my inhaler. Well, I'm on the phone with somebody actually, and there was a dime stuck in my inhaler, and it shot the dime down my throat and tried to take me out.
So did you just swallow the dime?
Oh no, I was like, yeah, I was talking to Neil in New York. I was like, yeah, man. And like coughed a dime out. Like imagine you're like, because when you take your inhaler, you breathe in deep.
Oh, yeah.
You do it. So it's
Yeah.
and it's like shooting a dime down your throat. You're
I had a situation like that happen to me on a Sunday morning, actually, when I was singing. I was chewing gum while I was singing, which I don't advise. But my mouth was real dry that morning, so I was just trying to keep some moisture in my mouth so I could sing, and took a deep breath on a note, and man, just sucked it right down my throat, and I managed to swallow my gum before it went down my windpipe, and just kept going. So yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. But
my immediate thought was, you know what? Screw you, 2020. I'm gonna survive this. Like you're gonna get me. It was not. It was like I'm just mad. Anytime something that happens, I'm immediately mad at 2020.
Yeah.
Like if 2020 was like a person, I would have an incredible amount of hate for that person.
Yeah.
And disdain.
Oh, yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
It's like I was just mad at 2020. I was like, you're not gonna take me out. I only got 20 something more days. Give it a break. You know.
If it's Final Destination logic, though, it's going to chase you from here on out.
Well, it might be.
Yeah, I feel like since I haven't had COVID or had asymptomatic COVID, then now 2020 is just trying to find other ways just to mess with me. and like the other night, Saturday night, I was up working really, really late. I didn't get home until about midnight on Saturday night. And so I run in, take a shower, was going to jump in the bed, and then I realized that I'd left some stuff in the truck. Don't you hate that, like when you already had a shower and everything, and then I realized I'd left some stuff in the truck that I had to have. I had to set up the iPad for the next morning and all those things. So I go downstairs, and I had to go in the shop underneath and grab something. And I had to go to the truck, and then I jumped on the landing of my steps, just going to jump on the steps and run back. And I didn't realize that forgot the landing had already frosted over. It had already iced over on our steps. So I hit it with my left foot, and I hit it with my right foot. I'm wearing flip-flops. I just threw flip-flops on, to run out. And I hit it with my right foot, and my right foot slid all the way across the landing. And I'm about to do the splits or fall, or it was going to be bad. And so I managed to catch myself against the landing with my left foot, basically my big toe on my left foot, nearly scraped my toenail off of my left foot.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and felt like I'd broken my toe. I mean, it hurt, it ached, and all night long was killing me. And then I guess it was last night, in the dark, I'm fumbling around trying to get something. I was trying to grab something off the couch, and our couch is just barely off the ground. And in the dark, I hit my toenail that same toenail up against the couch. And I just, So 2020 may not take me, but it's trying really hard to take my big toe.
Take what it can get.
Yes, and it's hurting right now. So thank God for some very flexible shoes.
gotta survive, guys. Everybody out there, look, do your best to hang on, man. You got like, I don't know what to say, like 23 days left.
Yeah.
Right? Just hang on for 23 days.
Well, what happens when 2021 gets here and it's not?
I don't know. If I died January 1st, 2021, at least I'll say 2020 didn't take me out. There's something redemptive about that for me. Like, me and you went toe to toe 2020, and I won. Like, you're done.
Yeah.
Like 2020 needs to die before I do.
Yeah. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that. Do you think? I mean, do you think this is going to be the worst year we have for a while? I mean, or do you think? I mean, I know you can't tell the future, but sure. I mean, it's got to get better. It's got to go up from here, right? Doesn't it?
I hope. Like if it doesn't, then man,
Yeah.
it's gonna. I mean, but there's a lot. Like I've been running crazy scenarios through my head. Like I know vaccines are starting to go out.
Yeah.
And I know like all the healthcare workers are getting them first. But then this crazy thing of like, what if they miscalculated? And what if all our healthcare workers die? And then we're left in a world with no healthcare workers and all the rest of us, and we're trying to fight this thing. That would be bad. You know, that was a scenario my head went through. Like maybe I feel like we should leave like, I don't know, 25% of our healthcare workers who don't get the vaccine just to play it safe,
just in case.
Just in case. Let them hang off for like 6 or 9 months, I don't know. We don't know. I'm just saying, like, just trying to hedge our bets a bit,
Yeah, I know. And yeah, I mean, and don't, I mean, I trust the people. People are always saying, well, don't you trust God when it comes to stuff like that? And I said, I trust that God put people in the world that are a lot smarter than me, that know a whole lot more about this stuff than I do. So I trust the people who are saying the vaccine is safe and everything like that. But everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes in their lives. I just hope this isn't one of them.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has them days.
That's what. Who's Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
We're quoting Miley Cyrus.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. It's 2020. But like before there were professional healthcare workers, like ministers, spiritual people had to be like the doctors.
Yeah,
too.
they were both.
So just imagine if I'm your doctor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna imagine that because it's never.
And you know who did surgeries back in the day?
A scenario.
You know who did surgeries before professional healthcare workers?
Barbers.
What? So whoever goes cuts your hair, imagine if you got to get your appendix taken out. That's who you're going to now. That could be the reality we walk back into.
Yeah, the red and white barber shop
That's right.
thing, that actually symbolizes bloodletting.
Yeah.
That they used to do at barbershops. Yeah, because they would just, if they had an infection, they just figured, well, we'll just go take a bunch of blood out of you.
So do I think this is the worst
get the infection
year?
out.
Yeah, unless next year I'm your doctor and, your barber's doing your surgeries, then that's a worse year.
Yes.
Then we're not going to survive 2021.
Any year that you're my doctor will be the worst year of my life. There's no doubt that that's the case. Because I will not. I also, as a minister, I will not be doing any doctoring. No way I will be doing that. I can't. I can barely even watch medical shows. It's just too much for me.
I do feel like this last little bit of this year is like creeping by. I feel like I'm stuck in this like
It is.
crazy moment in space-time continuum where I can't get out of it, where weird things just happen.
We've had these little sections of this year that just, like March 2020 was the longest month that I can ever remember living. And then it got a little bit better, and then I felt like August or September was ridiculously long again for some reason. And now it feels like these last couple are just kind of really, really creeping by.
Oh, yeah. We're going to crawl through this. And it's weird things that make it feel so long. Like I coached a basketball game last night, a rec center basketball game I coached without my daughter who plays on that team being there because she's still in quarantine. So it's like, what's going on? I'm here coaching and my daughter's not even here. This is so weird.
I had a buddy in high school, and this is bad. I had a buddy in high school. We were sitting watching a girls' basketball game, and he said, if I ever have 5 seconds left to live, I want it to be at a girls' basketball game. That way, those 5 seconds could be the longest 5 seconds I could possibly be.
We lost 6-2. It was a great game.
Craziness happened all over the place. We've had NFL football games on every day of the week because
At
of
the weirdest
COVID.
times.
Yeah, we've got another.
I can't even play fantasy football. I need to get people off the waiver wire, and I can't because there's a game today.
There's a game today,
So I can't do my stuff yet.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Bunch of college football games I think have already been canceled for this weekend. A bunch were already canceled last weekend. There are. It's just
Have you heard what the ACC is going to pull off? You know what they're going to do.
Well, they just rearranged like their entire schedule so they can get their best 2 teams in the championship game.
Yeah, they're going to not do a
Yeah.
championship,
Yeah.
ACC championship game. Yeah. So that way, Clemson and Notre Dame don't have to play again. So that way, both of them will go.
Yeah, so that's wrong.
That's some jank right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some jank. They should have to play again, and at least they both have 1 loss, or Clemson will have 2 losses.
Yeah.
And either way, at that point, only one of them goes in.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
but
yeah,
if they
pretty
don't
much.
play it, then
Yeah.
both of them, I assure you, both of them will be in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They're going to figure it out that way. And at this point, I don't know how you keep if Texas A&M wins one more game. I don't know how you keep them out. They've had 1 loss to the number 1 team in the country. If Alabama stays,
Did
the number 1
Texas
team in the
A&M
country-
beat Florida?
Texas A&M beat Florida.
Yeah, so if Alabama wins
Yeah.
out and Texas A&M only has that loss,
Yeah.
then you know what? If you're going to put Notre Dame and Clemson in,
Yeah.
then put Alabama and Texas A&M in.
Have to.
Just have 2 conferences playing for the championship.
Yeah, I see no problem. I mean, Ohio State. Everybody's got them in there, but they played 4 games?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're irrelevant. They
Yeah.
were pansies in the beginning.
So
You
yeah,
worry
it's
about
crazy.
this COVID thing
Yeah.
that nobody cares about anymore.
Speaking of being stuck, I got a story for you guys today. And this might be the worst possible stuck scenario I've ever seen. Buddy Bear is one lucky horse. Lucky.
Hold on. Why do you name a horse Buddy Bear?
I don't know why you name a horse Buddy Bear. I like it though.
I don't. That's the dumbest name for a horse I've ever heard. Bears, and horses, bear would eat a horse. And you call it Buddy Bear?
I don't know. I mean, I think if a horse got in a couple of good kicks, I think the bear would leave the horse alone.
Maybe. I don't know. It's dumb. All right, anyway.
But
Sorry.
I think it's cute. Buddy Bear. Buddy Bear is one lucky horse. Lucky being subjective here, given the poor horse fell into a septic tank. First of all, I don't know how you fall. Every septic tank I've ever seen is buried, but apparently this one wasn't.
Just an old swimming pool.
Huh?
Just an old swimming
Old
pool.
swimming pool they were using as a septic. I don't know, but
Sometimes they rot out. They get soft on top.
Oh,
They're really
yeah.
old.
yeah, that's true. I've seen that happen.
Like if they start leaking
Yeah.
into the ground, and the ground gets really
The ground
soft.
gets soft. Yeah, that's true. Well, according to the firefighters, they received a 911 call that evening about a horse that had fallen into a septic tank near a home in northern central Florida. Of course, this happens in Florida. When rescue crews arrived around 6:30 p.m., they just saw Buddy Bear's head poking through the sludge. 3/4 of the horse was submerged.
So it's like a never-ending story.
No, I know. I was
moment.
going to say, if I was on that rescue team, I'd run up there and go, I'll trade you!
But can you imagine, like, I mean, you just 2020 is just beating you up, and you just walk out, and there's a horse head poking up out of the sludge that is your septic tank. I mean, you just really. I mean, this is what's next.
You don't. What'd they do? I want to know what they did.
Growing up in the horse industry, Engine 18's engineer took command of the scene and directed rescue specialists to utilize a fire hose as a sling to stabilize Buddy Bear. Tech rescue specialists completed the sling and supported Buddy Bear's backside with an additional section of hose. They were able to position Buddy Bear within the hole for the easiest extrication. Buddy Bear also used some of his remaining strength to pitch in and aid his own assist, rescue crews said. Buddy Bear is 40 years old, which is very, very old for a horse. But the average lifespan of a horse is 25 to 33 years old.
Goodness.
Yeah. So he ain't letting 2020 take him out either.
That way, Buddy Bear.
Yeah. He looked tired. He looked tired.
What makes you though? If you're
but he
that,
was good.
if you're that worker and you show up, I mean, isn't part of you want to be like, man, I had a good life, horse. Like
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean, you're gonna start like digging around in people's poo poo and pee pee to get a horse that's 40 years old out.
Well, I don't know if they knew how old he was when they. Well, I mean, I'm sure somebody told him. I mean, the owner probably told him. But But I got to give it to him though. I mean, I mean,
What do you do, Nick? If you come up on and you see a horse covered in poo poo and pee pee, up to his head. What are you going to do?
I call 911. I don't deal with it on my own.
Well, say you can't. Say it's just you, and you're like in a place with no cell phone service.
Well, there's nothing I can do. I can't get.
No,
a
you got
horse.
some ropes and stuff, and maybe it's a group of us. Maybe it's the three of us.
I mean, if it's the three of us and we've got some ropes and stuff, I guess we do what we got to do. You know, I mean, we
You would
we
get
do
into
what we
poo-poo
can
and
to help.
pee-pee?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I would probably vomit. It would probably be pee-pee. I can't call this poo-poo and pee-pee. It'd probably be poo-poo, pee-pee, and vomit because I would add to it with vomit. But I mean, I got to give it to them because I mean, yeah, you're right. They could have looked at it and went, you know what? Man, he's had a great life, and this is more trouble than it's worth. But instead, they looked at it and went, you know, 2020 is not taking anything else from us right now. Not doing it. We're not going to let it happen. And so, man, the dude, I mean.
Oh, look, it didn't take a horse, but you know what it did do is make them have a bath and poo-poo and pee-pee. That's what 2020 did to them.
They probably, I mean, they probably had stuff they could wear, and
I could not wear enough of anything.
Oh, no.
I want to get into a septic.
No,
tank.
this happened about a month ago, and those guys are still taking 6 to 7 showers a day.
And call me insensitive, but if it was a human being, I'd been like, hey, jump in there, grab them,
Yeah.
pull them out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know.
No, I mean, it's an awful situation, and just thinking about it makes me cringe and want to go take a shower immediately because it's nasty.
Jeff, I think you're the one that told me. Didn't that horse really die in the Never Ending Story?
Yes, it's awful.
What was that?
I didn't know that. Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, you told me run
He
through that. real
died
quick.
making that scene.
Well,
Yes.
the movie is a foreign movie. It wasn't filmed in America. They have different laws over there. So
Those are horrible laws.
yeah, yeah. It was just an accident, and same with Milo and Otis. Like they
Hold on, don't go to Mile Otis. Tell what happened with Atreyu.
the horse literally got stuck and like broke its back trying to get out of it.
And they just let it die.
Yeah.
They let it die or did they euthanize it?
I hope that they euthanized it, but if they just left the horse in the mud,
Well, that's not even funny.
it'd be horrible. Anyway,
That real horse, like, is that
I did not. Why,
is that
why
kid?
did y'all tell me this?
Is that kid in ever?
I don't want to know. I didn't want to know that.
As he's crying and that horse is all bucking, imagine it's really dying. Like it's not movie magic.
I'll
Like,
never
that
watch
scene
movie
makes me
again.
want to cry as it is.
It's
so.
really dying.
Yeah, that scene, that movie messed me up as a kid
Oh, I
entirely.
love that movie.
Dude, that was. I mean, that's not a children's movie.
Oh, it is. It'll make you the man you need to be. That scene where he has to run through those big bosoms statue things that shoot laser beams at him. That's all about manhood.
Is that what that's about?
It really is. It's all about growing up and being a man. Go back and watch that scene. If you can break it all down, I'm telling you, man, you'll be like, oh my, Q is right. You'll remember the moments in your life where you had to take a step through into manhood, and you'd be like, Q is right. That is those moments in life.
I'm just trying to think of the imagery here. So you described the statues as big bosomed statues.
Yeah, that's what they were, right, Jeff?
I can't remember that scene.
I remember. I don't remember. I mean, it's just funny that's what you remember about the statues. I'm picturing them in my head right now because I have seen that scene quite a bit. And yeah, but
And then like you have the one little guy, like, you know, and we all have this in life. You have the one guy who's like cheering you on, but he's kind of crazy. What was his name? The guy that you know, he's I'm kind of crazy with the wild hair. That's like telling him
rides the bicycle. Doesn't he ride the bicycle?
No. This is the one he goes into. He was a famous actor. He's the only famous actor in the Never Ending Story.
I don't remember.
Gosh,
I don't remember.
but that movie, man, is super dense.
It's really tough. It's a lot to watch.
It's a lot. I mean, it changed my life. It made me the man I was. I'm serious.
Man, you.
Yes.
So how old were you when you watched Never? I mean, you had to be 5 or 6.
I probably watched it the first time I was 8, but I've watched it I've probably watched that movie almost as much as any movie I've ever watched.
Have your kids watched that movie now at this point? Have you shown it to them?
Yes, I have.
What did they think of it?
They love it. They think it's a bit weird, but they love it.
I mean, the only thing that I remember really loving about Never Ending Story was the big flying dog.
Falcor.
Yeah, the Luck Dragon.
Yeah. Is that what it was called? Luck Dragon?
Yes.
Falcor,
Yeah.
man.
Falcor, yeah. And that's another issue that I have with the movie. It's the whole Lord of the Rings thing all over again. Why couldn't Falcor just fly him the whole way? Why did he have to do all that stuff? He could have just got on Falcor.
It's the nothing, man. It comes against you, dude. It pushes against. He couldn't get that close to the nothing.
Oh, yeah, he could.
No, he couldn't. He didn't have the power for it.
I disagree.
I'm trying to find who the crazy guy was.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and now that you've told me what you've told me, I'll never watch that movie ever again because I barely make it through that scene as it is. So I mean, you talk about watching feel-good movies. To me, that's not.
No, it's
That
not.
is not a feel-good movie at all.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Changes your life. If you haven't seen it, go see it today.
Don't. I mean, I guess you probably should watch the Never
You know,
Ending
there's a
Story, but
third
it's
one.
not.
I've never even seen the third one.
Yeah,
I've seen the
there's-
second one. I didn't know there was a third one.
I've seen the second one, but I've never seen the third one either.
I don't remember. Was the second one any good? I don't remember.
It's
Apparently,
okay.
I don't think it
Jack
was.
Black's in the third one.
Yeah, it's
That's weird.
like
Isn't
one of
that
his first
weird?
movies. It's very young.
The second one's not that great. But
No.
the first one is epic. I mean, I'm telling you, it is a how to live your life moment. When that horse is stuck in the mud, all right, and he's having to push forward. Let me tell you what it taught me. There'll be moments in life where you've got to accomplish something, and in that moment, you're going to lose what is special to you, and you can't just shut down in life and give up in that moment. You got to keep pushing forward. And there'll be moments for all of us where we'll lose something that means a whole lot to us, whether it be a loved one, whether it be a friend. And because the mission that we have in life, like the purpose we're supposed to live our life out for, is so important, you can't just shut down. You got to somehow find the strength to push through, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that horse really died even makes it more awesome.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Makes it sadder.
I know, but he actually pushed through the horse really dying. It's incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. Incredible.
Everybody's got a huge turtle mountain they got to go find. And sometimes you got to push through loss to get to that big, huge turtle mountain. I just want to say, if anybody out there comes across a horse that's stuck in a septic tank, I'm not going to feel mad at you either way. Just know that. Like, if this story went the other way and it was like they came up to it, saw that it was sinking, said a little prayer, euthanized it, cried, I'd been like, The fact that they got in it, I'm like, well, you guys are a little extra special, strong-willed people.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been like, I can't believe those guys didn't save that horse if they didn't. So if you're out there, and I just don't want people to hear this story and then they come home and their neighbor's outside crying and they go, what's going on? What's going on? They run back there and their neighbor's horse is up to its neck in pee-pee and poo-poo and feel like, well, those guys saved that horse. I guess I got to save the horse. If you can't muster the strength to do that in that moment, it is okay. That is a big ask.
Or it is
all right?
okay to just call 911 and have somebody else come do it.
If they show up, though, and don't engage in it, it's okay for them. They shouldn't have to have that pressure. I feel like we're putting too much pressure on them in that moment, you know?
Well, here's the deal. Like I said, we're getting close to the end of this year, so we've got to watch where we step.
Very true.
We've got to watch where we step. We've got to watch out for frozen landings that we might slide right across and break our big toe.
You better shake those albuterol inhalers before you put them in your mouth. I know that.
And we got to make sure we don't step into open septic tanks. So, I mean, there's enough out there that is obviously trying to get you in 2020, that is obviously trying to take you out. Watch out for the things that aren't so obvious. Watch out for the things that you can step into in 2020. Because if you're not careful, you find yourself stuck up to the neck in a septic tank. Really in a hurry this year.
Yeah.
Yes. And here's the deal. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy that has to sit there and wait for the fire department to come pull me out.
And let me say this: if you find yourself like, you look down and you're like, oh goodness, there's pee pee and poo poo up to my knees. Don't just thrash around in that same place. Make some different decisions, And that's in anything. Like if you find yourself, man, things are financially going bad, then make some changes. If you find yourself like emotionally struggling, then reach out to some people and get some help. If you find yourself physically sick, don't wait till the last minute. And that's what's happened with a lot of people with COVID. I don't know if you guys have heard that their oxygen level has gotten so low that it's hard to get it back up. So like if you find yourself struggling in any form or fashion, it's better to be expedient about that. Again, don't be paranoid, but be expedient about getting help for whatever's going on in your life. Don't let it snowball on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think it's okay to be a little overly cautious.
Sure.
In the times we live in, I don't think anybody's going to get onto you for that. So whatever that is. So just,
Side note, horses are my least favorite animal.
Your least favorite animal?
Yeah.
How's it your least favorite animal?
Not against them. I mean, other than I'm just allergic to them, and so we just don't mesh.
You're allergic to horses?
It's the only thing in this world I'm allergic to.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
So that's your weakness.
Yeah, it's my kryptonite. They will break me. They will shut me down. I'm talking about Benadryl City, baby.
See, I think even if I was allergic to them, they couldn't be my least favorite animal because snakes exist, and I hate snakes.
I'm okay. I like catching non-poisonous snakes and playing with them.
Yeah, I don't hang around long enough to realize whether they're poisonous or non-poisonous.
You keep saying that, like in the end of the world, you don't think that Nick and I are going to survive, but if you can't be around horses, that's like your only transportation.
No, it's not your only transportation. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. That's your only transportation.
How else you gonna get around?
People have rode camels. People have rode
Where
elephants.
are you going to get a camel around
We don't
here?
have camels.
If it's the
and
end of the
elephants.
world, I'm gonna take my happy bottom over down to the zoo, and I'm gonna get me an elephant. And I'm gonna ride an elephant around.
And you just think you're going to train an elephant to let
Those
you ride
elephants
it.
are already trained, man. They've been around humans forever.
No, people don't ride those
I
elephants.
will, and I'll hold a big old staff, and you'll be like, "Well, that guy owns the world now."
You don't think? But I mean, if we don't have transportation, how are you going to get to Birmingham?
We have all the time in the world, bro. Just walk.
And you don't think people in Birmingham will have already thought about this by the time you get there?
There's very few people in this world that could go get a elephant and ride it. That list is real low.
But you're on it.
My name's on it.
Well, that's good to know.
And that's all. I mean, you can ride a lot of things. You can ride a bull.
Yeah, not really.
You can ride a donkey.
Yeah, you can ride a donkey.
Yeah.
But if I'm on a horse and you're on a donkey, I'm not waiting around on you.
Okay. Where are you going? It's the end of the world. Where are you going, bro?
Away from whoever's trying to get me, probably.
Well, that's the problem. Because I'm the person that's trying to get you.
If I'm on a horse, I'm not worried about you.
So, because I ain't got to go nowhere.
Hey, look, bottom line today, if you're stuck, call for some help. Don't stay stuck, and just watch your feet. Watch where you're stepping. Okay, please. We don't want anybody up to their neck. Anybody else up to their neck in 2020. All right. There's enough. There are way too many people already up to their neck in some things this year, and we need to try to keep as many other people out of that situation. Any final thoughts today, Q?
If I'm stuck in pee-pee and poo-poo, please help me. That's it. I will help you if you're a human being.
Yeah.
If you're a horse, like I'm not.
I would.
I'm also allergic to you. So then if I try to help you and you're a horse, we're both in really bad shape.
Rena, what you got? Anything?
I'm good.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Whether you're on your favorite podcast app or you're hanging out with us on YouTube, that is great. Either way, we are so glad to have you as a part of the family. Once again, the universe is a safe place to live. You're welcome.